Hi, my name is Kenzie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making some soya bean powder, and I'll show you guys how to make the powder and turn it into milk. And this is really nice for weight gain. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my soya beans into a bowl and I'm going to rinse it. You need to rinse it so that whatever impurities are in the beans whatsoever are taken out. And sometimes when you actually purchase these beans, you actually have to pick them. You know, sometimes they have some stones in them. It depends on where you go to source for yours actually. But if you feel like yours is well refined and won't have any impurities, then just go ahead and rinse it directly. But if you feel like yours would have, then I would advise you to to pick the impurities out before you wash it. So I just rinsed my soya beans out, and then after that I put it into a pot. I'm using a non-stick pot so that it doesn't burn. So I'm just going to put it into the pot and I'm going to add some water into the pot. You know, you're going to compare. I'm going to parboil it before any other thing. So I'm just going to put this on fire. You're going to let it sit on fire for about 45 minutes and then you come back to check. All I need to know is that it is parboiled and that the beans is separate from the covers, you know. I need to separate it. That's the trick, you know. So I just come back to make sure that it's parboiled so that I can rinse it out, and then I cook it again to make sure it's cooked before I carry on. So I just rinsed this. I parboiled it now, so I'm going to wash this. If you notice, I just switched to a hot plate because the power was back and I was trying to save on my gas. Okay, so you're gonna rinse that the normal way you rinse your rice or your beans before preparing it. But this is more like the way you rinse your beans because you're trying to like get the cover out. You know the way you get the beans covers out and all. So that's what I'm about to do. You're going to actually wash this by rubbing your hands together because you're trying to get the beans covers to separate from the beans itself, you know. So that's what you're just going to do that for about 15 minutes or so, just to make sure that the whole covers are out. And then you're going to wash it just like you wash your regular beans and drain out the covers. So after getting the covers, this is what I got after washing the beans. You could get as much as possible. You could rinse it as many times as you want to get enough of the covers out. So I put the beans back on fire to cook it this time around. You need to cook the beans. It has to be cooked before you can turn it to powder so that it doesn't, taste any other way. So I put this back on fire to cook for a while, and then I dried it. When it was cooked, you just rinse it out and you dry it. You could use an oven, sun dry. I actually used the microwave to get this to dry out. So that was how it came out dried. And then I'll put it into my grinder. This is my dry grinder. I'm just going to put it into the blender or grinder, whichever you prefer to call it. And then I'm going to blend this into a powder. If you actually prefer, you could take this to like a machine to blend it out smoothly. But I just use my grinder, and then you could sieve this. And if you sieve it, it comes out really smooth. Or if you're like me and you're lazy, you could just mix it in hot water anytime you want to drink it and sieve it like that. And then the milk just comes out and you could take it like that. Or you could sieve it and just store the powder. It makes it easier to store your soya beans and take it whenever you want. This will give you so much weight, guys. And this is not like raw soya milk, so it doesn't go bad, unlike raw soya milk that is limited because of refrigerating and stuff like that. You could just make this and take it with you to school, or just keep it, or even mix it in your smoothies, guys. And don't forget to add some sugar to taste, or whatever it is you want to use to taste. And just keep this, guys. It really helps with weight gain. It has a very large amount of calories. Soybean is a very good source of protein, and this will definitely help you. My name is Kenzie, and if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you get notified anytime I post a new video. I post a lot about weight gain stuff, and I'll be glad to see you in my next video. Bye.